Okay, hi, this is Charlotte, and I think maybe like many of you, I'm kind of digging through my bags that are close to the surface and seeing what could I work on right now and finish with this sort of trying to stick at home, stay focused time we're in. So anyway, I am working on this project, which is called Bottlecaps. And I have pieced all these pieces that go here, and it's actually an applique project of sorts, so that I am going to applique these circles onto a background fabric. So the pattern comes with a pattern for the quarter circle, and then I want to make it into a whole circle so that I can center it on there and see it. So my preferred method is to use freezer paper, and you can just buy this at the grocery store. It does, however, shrink when it's ironed. So you need to pre-shrink the freezer paper. So I've got a chunk here, and I know I'm going to just cut a square of it right now. Let's see what it is. And the way you pre-shrink it is with a warm iron. So I'm on my ironing table. I'm just going to pre-shrink it. And it actually shrinks more one direction than the other. And it is interesting. I found out the hard way because I carefully cut a perfect square one time to use. And then the first time I ironed it to a piece of fabric, I thought, that doesn't look like a square, and it had shrunk up. So it's just cooled now, I can pull it off. And I haven't totally ruined the ability for freezer paper to stick. It's still got plenty of the tackiness on the back, which is sort of waxy or plastic related. So anyway, so I'm going to do this with, there are two ways you could do this. One, you could do, fold it into quarters. So now you have something to trace. So hopefully I made that big enough. I have. Okay. So now I'm going to center that behind. Can you see that, Kirsten? Can you see that I can see through the paper? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to trace it. You can see I'm not a really great tracer. So there, that's traced. So now I can just fold this, and I can trim my circle with a scissors or a rotary cutter, and I will have a perfect circle. So let's say though that I want something that's slightly different than this, because I've pieced my my units, and I'm thinking, you know, if I used all of the unit, like actually I don't even know how much I would trim off now, but let's just say I need a different size unit for some reason. So there is this like really cool product. Oops, here it is. This is it's a Creative Grids non-stick quick trims and circle ruler. And it is 3.5 inches by 12.5 inches. And it comes with a little instruction book, and you don't want to lose that instruction book, because it has the instructions for how to use this as a circle trimmer. So you can see there are, right here, there are pivot points. These are little holes that you can put I think it's probably more mechanical pencil size it is. Pivot points, you can stick a pin in there in the pivot point, and then you can get a point through these larger holes. And it illustrates here how to do that. So I would just do this with a pin. So I've just stuck a pin through there. And now, let's say I can go all the way out here in that hole at the 9.5. So I can cut as much as a 19.5 inch circle with that. So the same thing. This one is slightly different, and it is between the 7.5 and the 8. It's like 7 and 7/8 actually. But here, if I wanted it to be exactly that, I could take this. So here's the hole that's on the line, and down here, here's the pivot hole. So there's a whole row of little pivot holes right next to each other. So you can actually, so now let's just check and see how well my tracing, how well her drawing was in the pattern. Because sometimes, you know what, when they print these patterns, they aren't real accurate. So either my drawing or the printing of the pattern was off, as you can see. So anyway, I am going to go home now, and I'm going to trim this up, and I'm going to go check. Well, first I'm going to go home and I'm going to get my parts, because I'm at the store, and of course I left the bag sitting at home, which is the sort of thing I do. So I'm going to go home and get that, and then I'm going to proceed. As I proceed, I'll share with you my progress and the different steps I take, because it's really kind of fun. It's a little bit different. Anyway, thanks.